What's up, everyone? It's Andrew here, and we've got Thor,
Yes.
bringing back the old school '90s Brisbane Strikers, mate.
Hell yeah. Why not? I actually do have. Oh, no, I think it's in the garage. Did have that signed poster from I think was it the grand final that I got that signed poster from?
No, no,
Or
that
was
was
it?
just a
No, it had
game.
been before it. Yeah.
Frankie
That's
Farina.
hectic. Good old Frankie.
Um, Guys, welcome to the latest episode of Bridge City. I'm Andrew,
I'm Sam.
and yeah, we host the Brisbane Roar podcast. We basically focus on the men's team during the A League season. When something special happens with the women, we'll touch on that. But just due to time and the fact that we've been supporting the men for well and truly since day one, so that's what we focus on. Um,
Definitely.
Sam, on Friday night, big result, massive
Big
result.
result. There's a
Um,
massive weekend of results that went our way.
exactly, yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
mention that too. So big club, big weekend for the club in terms of the table and the season so far. Um, I I was there. I really wanted to, like I said in the last episode, I wanted to get up there and do some interviews with some
Yeah.
people for the game. I left my house in Southport on the Gold Coast at 3:30 in the afternoon, and by the time I got a park, got to the stadium, got a drink, sat on my seat, it was 20 past 6.
That's
Um,
insane.
the traffic was just fucking horrible. So, um, yeah, I mean, so getting there was horrible. And then getting into the stadium and seeing the pitch, I was like, oh
Yeah.
my God. I completely forgot that we'd been there to see Metallica a
Yeah.
couple of weeks prior. Um, yeah, look, I mean, I'll go into what I thought of the game, but you watched it at home. Um,
Yep.
so give us your thoughts from. I haven't watched the replay of the game, so give
Okay.
us your thoughts on watching it on the TV from home.
Yeah, I it felt like we were gelling a lot more. It was a lot more cohesive at the start of the game as well. We sort of controlled what we needed to control and yeah, let them play around us as opposed to sort of trying to get the ball back.
Mhm.
Um, but I felt like after we scored that quick goal, we didn't really push for anything more.
Mhm.
Could just be the fact that Melbourne Victory were just like desperate for a win, so they were just throwing everything they possibly could at it.
Yeah.
And luckily, we had DB. I've in the 3-2-1. I've got him in there, and you know how you've got R7 and R10, and for like Ronaldo and whatnot. He's DB1 from now on. So
DB1.
because
Okay,
that was
cool.
insane. Because if we didn't have him, we probably do lose that one by about 2 or 3 goals.
Yeah, two really good
So
saves.
yeah, so
Yeah.
I was really disappointed while watching that we weren't going after it.
Hmm.
And I feel like we had the men and we had the cohesion in place because you were seeing it happen. They just would get it sort of up the left or up the right, and then that was it. Like we were sort of failing at that point. Yeah, it didn't seem like we wanted to push it further.
Hmm.
We were happy with the 1-0, and we were just going to keep it like that for what ended up being 100 odd minutes in the end.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I was pretty disappointed in it, but happy with the result. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm pretty similar. I just because I know that I messaged you at one point
yeah,
and said, I wish we'd stop giving the ball back to them. And you replied and said, oh, I can't remember what point this was. This was probably in the first half, maybe.
yeah,
Um, Actually, no, I think it was in the second half. Yeah, and you said, oh, from where you were watching, you felt like we were dominating them.
yeah,
Um, yeah, I just like that. The first minute or the first 2 minutes was, like we came out of the flying out of the blocks. We almost scored.
yeah,
Roos
Yeah,
almost
straight up.
the ball fell to Roos's wrong foot. Like he was just the way that his the balance, of his center of gravity and everything was moving
Yeah, couldn't lift that other foot off the
away
ground.
from the
So
goal, and the ball fell on the foot that was closest to the goal. And yeah, so he could have had a goal within inside a minute. And then yeah, a minute later he made up for that by making that run and then cutting the ball back
yeah,
to Vidic, and then Vidic laying it off for Klein for another goal for Sammy. Don't know if he likes being called Sammy. I know that you don't particularly like being
Semi.
called Sammy.
There's only
So
one person that ever called me Sammy
yeah. Actually, we
that
should.
was acceptable.
Yeah,
Should
we
try
we
and get him.
mentioned
Yeah,
we mentioned him in the very first episode. I think it was of Bridge City
probably. Yeah,
podcast. Yeah, our footballing mentor, particularly Sam's footballing
yeah,
mentor, was
for sure.
Walter Tamandel, who anyone who is over the age of 40, 45 would probably know who Walter Tamandel is. If you've never heard of
Yeah,
him before,
definitely.
jump on Google and look him up. It's Tamandl. I think it is to spell his name.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Um, yeah, and he became the director of football at Runaway Bay Soccer Club. He moved there to retire and came down to watch the training one afternoon, and just yeah, we ended up with an ex
Never
Austrian
left, and he still
ex
hasn't left. He still pops up there. He still
still
goes and
there.
has his coffee and watches the boys play in the after in the morning. Sorry, and yeah, so he's still doing it. So
Yeah,
whatever crazy age he'd be now, he'd have to be close to 90. Like
maybe
he'd
in his
be,
80s. Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's
Walter
crazy.
he played for Austria back in like the 50s,
Yeah,
and played the NSL in the 60s and 70s. Yeah, and he's the only person who's ever been allowed to call Sam Sammy.
Sammy, 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 Sammy.
So that's
I
uh,
love
that's a
it.
little that's a little segue. Not really a segue, just a sidetrack from what we're talking about. So yeah, Sammy Klein grabbed that goal. And then yeah, like you said, mate, we didn't really we defended really well.
Yeah.
But
And I felt like we were in control of the match. Like it wasn't like we were desperately trying to defend the whole time. It did feel like we were dominant. It just didn't feel like we were doing anything.
one thing that we have to mention was the conditions.
Oh, of
You know,
course, yeah.
I was there and it was oppressively humid. Like it was disgusting.
Yeah.
We spoke about those Kiwi commentators last week or the
Yeah, so
previous week,
22 degrees and humid.
22 degrees and talking about the humidity in Auckland. Like, give me a fucking break, boys. Like, you could see it watching that game. Like, the players were trying to take 30, 40 seconds to take a throw in. They were
Yeah.
walking to take goal kicks, walking to take free kicks. So I think in that sense, I think we actually managed the game really well with the heat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but it would have
Went
been
out went
nice.
out hard knowing that was going to be a really hard end to the game. So
Yeah, yeah, and like the grit and determination and the focus, the determination. Did I already say the determination? I don't
yeah,
know.
the determination. Probably the
Yeah,
determination as well
yeah,
of
the
probably their
determination.
determination.
That was all there, and it was all really good. And it just like he did make an attacking change in the second half. He did bring on
Yeah,
Quinn McNichol, who I
which
was
I'm
really.
loving seeing. Yeah,
Yeah, I think he's going to have a good season. You can
yeah,
tell that Valkanis likes him. Yeah, I was hoping that because Quinn got some good game time. I think he came on with about 20, 25 minutes to go.
yeah. I
Um,
did have it written down, but yeah, because I was going to mention him as well. Yeah, because I was actually really, really impressed
Let me have a
because
look.
the last time he had like a longer stint, he was very quiet. Like he's very impactful when he gets those smaller like 10 minutes at the end of the game.
Yeah,
He's very impactful in that sense. But I think it was last year, he got a few longer, like 20, 30 minute runs. He just went quiet and didn't really impact the game in any sort of way. And it was sort of like, ah. Whereas now, I think, yeah, he's sort of learnt that he can really push it. So,
yeah.
yeah, I'm liking
He's
seeing it. He's buying in hard, I reckon.
and you can like just seeing him live
Mm.
and watching, like I watched the highlights just before he was talking to Jason Davidson after the game, and he's grown as well. He's like he's shot up.
Oh,
He's
okay.
got, yeah, he looks like he's got to be easily somewhere around about 6 foot now.
Oh, okay. Shit. All
Yeah.
right.
So he looks like he's shot up. So he's gonna, he's gonna start filling out as well.
That's it.
But yeah, we made those attacking changes. So Quinny came on and Chris Long as well. It was really good to see him back.
Very,
Um,
very good.
he's just, as soon as he comes on the pitch, like you can see his class.
Yeah.
The way that he like runs off the defender's shoulders, the way that he uses his body to hold them up and run off them, and he just, yeah, instant impact. And he almost, he made that
Yeah.
that run from the halfway line. If it was probably 5 or 6 years ago, you probably
He gets past him and keeps
he
going.
gets past the defender and he's on goal. But that just shows his class, like his ability to still be able to do that.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, we made those attacking changes, and then we still didn't really throw everything at them. But at the end of the day, mate, we got the point. Another clean
Hey,
sheet.
that's how Raw Salona used to do it.
Just on that,
Sit sit there making us feel sick the whole time.
I know that everyone's, like feeling, like a little bit more upbeat about things at the moment, but I do think people have to stop throwing around the fact that Raw Salona's back, because it's not. That's not Raw
No, but
Salona.
that but that but that's what it felt like on that game. It's what it used to be like. Like you'd be, yeah, like I'm worried that they're going to score, but kind of comfortable that no, I think we'll keep them out. And that's where I sort of drew the similarity is that it never looked in doubt.
Yeah,
But yeah, if we didn't have DB1 in goals, it'd be a different story, I think.
different story for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, it was. I think I messaged you and I was messaging Woods before the game. Like I said, I got to my seat at like quarter past six, 20 past six, just as the players were leaving the field to get changed to come out. Um,
Yeah.
and like I normally like to get there early enough to get in, watch them warm up a little bit. So I
Yeah.
didn't get to
Yeah.
see any of that. And I sat down and I was looking at my seats and looking around, and I was like, "Ugh, this is not looking good." It
Yeah.
was looking like 4 or 5 thousand people at that point.
Shit.
Um,
What
so
did it end up being? Do you know? Or
over 8,000.
oh, so it was 8,000. I
Yeah.
thought it might have been. Yeah.
And that got a pretty decent cheer when that announcement was made. And like I was like, oh, that's cool. But at the same time, I was like, oh man, how far have we fallen to be
But yeah,
cheering
but it's
8,000, you know?
just got to inch by inch. I think at the moment we can't. Yeah, got to count those sort of little wins as something worked there. We're about
Yeah,
to go into school holidays where it always dies off. It has every. I don't understand why, but obviously people are traveling and
people go
going, and
away.
yeah, people go away and whatnot. But yeah, it always dies off. So we'll probably have some 5 and 6 thousand crowds if we're at home.
Yeah, well, the next three
Whereas
weeks we're away, so for the majority of a good chunk of the holidays we're going to be away, and
yeah,
then I think we've got like a fixture around New Year's. We'll go into that in a little bit, mate.
yeah,
Um, yeah, I was just going to say like I think I posted on like the Bridge City Instagram a story of like, hey, I haven't had to line up to get into Suncorp Stadium for a Raw game
yeah,
for a while, because and this is the thing as well, like you know they're clearly cutting costs at Suncorp, like to
yeah,
make things a little bit more I don't know, profitable, but little less strenuous, I guess, money wise. So they only had one gate open,
yeah,
which was on the right hand side, and yeah, because there was a few more people there than what there has been for the last couple of games, people were actually having to line up to get through the wands
yeah,
and the checkpoints and everything. So I think there was probably like there probably would have been a decent lineup of people waiting to get in at
yeah.
kickoff, which is never good. So yeah,
But
I
that's
mean,
what
look,
Brisbane crowds do.
the crowd was decent, and it was the 2 for 1 special, which we've been asking for something like that for a while. So it's good to
Yep,
see the club do that, and it sort of paid off a little bit with an extra couple thousand people that were there.
yep,
Um, the Den tried to get both sides because we had, if you watched on TV, you would have seen pardon me, that they had the other side, the what is that? The
That'd be
eastern side.
the eastern side. Yeah.
Yeah, the eastern side. They had a couple of stands open for that. So there
Yeah.
was a few people on TV in the seats. So yeah, in the den, we're trying to get both sides to sort of join in on some of the chants, and obviously some people it's probably their first Raw game, and people were a
Yeah.
bit timid. Um, but yeah, the atmosphere was good. The den were up and about. Um, I think like the players though, like towards the getting towards that middle part of the game, sort of middle part of the second half, everyone was pretty knackered, even
Yeah.
the den supporters. You know, it was hot, man. Like, yeah,
Yeah. It was disgusting. I think that was the first day that we put our aircon on, and we realized that it was full of mold and disgusting. So I've had someone come in and clean it now. So, ugh.
um, well, let's what can we talk about with the game? Because the outside of Sammy's goal, and that minute beforehand, and then like I said, Long's sort of like effort. Attacking wise, I can't really remember too many other highlights off the top of my head.
There wasn't too many highlights for it. Looking back at the actual highlights, most of the highlights are Melbourne Victory highlights.
Yeah, because they were like you
So
said, mate. They were
yeah,
they were the ones
they
that
were the
had the
ones
pressure on them.
shooting. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but
Um.
they just seem to. I don't know. I know that they're going through some shit as well. So that's another thing to sort of take into account is like we beat a team that's beaten themselves, and we only beat them 1-0.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, we can't get ahead of ourselves with that sort of stuff, but can only beat who's in front of you. So, and we've beaten them. So I'm excited to see how we sort of evolve over the next 3 to 4 weeks.
Hmm.
And then once Harrington's gone in that new year, then yeah, seeing how we adapt to that
Yeah.
change because he's been a big deal in our
Oh,
defensive line.
massive. And on that as well. That was Lucas Harrington's last home game, so I was stoked to be there to see him and hang
Yep.
around to the end and give him a send off. And he led the chant after
And
the
he
game.
led chant. Yeah, we saw that. Yeah.
He led the chant. So that was cool. Yeah, he's a massive out, mate. Like when he
No,
goes,
I
like
sucks.
we've got
So
so what have we got? We haven't seen Ben Walland all year. We've got
if he's
Hussein
good,
Billet.
then stick him in. But
Yeah, we've got Hussein Billity. Mm, Still not sold on Billity. And
no.
then we've got Austin Ludwig and the
Oh yeah,
elusive.
we got Ludwig.
Yeah. And then he's been on the
What about
bench for
that?
all the games. And then we've got the elusive Marcus Vakranis um,
He
on
fucking
his
play a game. Jesus.
eternal Sunshine
The
Coast family
yeah,
holiday.
the sexiest man in A League and can't even get him on the fucking field.
Um,
It's really painful that he has not been on the field because he was good in the MLS or was it MLS? Yeah, it was MLS that
he
I was
was
watching
it.
the highlights from.
It was no, he played for like the feeder, the LA
Yeah, feeder
Galaxy's
one. Yeah,
feeder
yeah,
team. Yeah, it was
yeah.
like the
He looked
a
good.
couple levels below MLS.
Yeah,
Um, yeah. So Lucas Harrington, mate, I mean, he's essentially gone now. He's only got a couple more games with us, and I mean, the fact that Valkanis has kept him in, even though the fact that he is leaving, I think speaks volumes to
yeah,
how good he is.
definitely. Yeah.
Because he's made,
And
yeah,
he's
he's
and
made
he's
a
not
massive.
leaving. Yeah, and he's not leaving on bad terms or anything. So that's why he's keeping him in there because, and it sets the foundation. So everyone knows their role. All he has to do is slot one person into that role. There's not a shift happening because, yeah, because he needs to. No, let's win as many games as we can up to that point.
Mhm.
Worry about it when he leaves.
You know what I will say is after his disastrous first game for us, Dimitri Valkanis has been pretty good.
But yeah, very good. It was very instrumental in the win. So I mean, it's
Yeah.
good to see him. Yeah, pick up his socks and get like. Actually, it was probably about the 20th or 30th minute when he like made some. Oh, it was either a break or he set up a break, and I that's when I started watching him.
Mhm.
and was like paying a lot of attention to him until halftime. And I was like he's doing a hell of a lot. Like he
Yeah,
is everywhere, absolutely everywhere. And I noticed that um who was it? I actually can't remember. Person who was on the right wing. Was it the right? No, left wing.
Vracus left wing.
Left wing.
Well, you
So
had
Salas?
McGarry on the left. Salas is on is right back.
Yeah, he's right back.
McGarry
He's left
and
back.
Vracus, was it? Or
Maybe it was Vracus.
hmm.
Fucking busy as. I'd love to see how many fucking kilometers he covered because he was up, back, center, up, back. Like he just did
Yeah,
not stop.
and he looked gassed when he came off as
Yeah.
well. Yeah, and he's actually like he's been pretty good the last couple of games too. Let me just give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to check that my PowerPoint is plugged in.
Oh, yeah. Hey,
I don't
Gil.
want don't want to
Come say hello.
I don't want a
Yeah.
repeat of that last time that we did this. And oh yeah, it definitely isn't plugged in.
Yeah,
Oh, look
hi.
at that, guys!
Hello.
If you're listening to the podcast, you're missing out on seeing a very cute German Shepherd on screen at the moment. Ah,
What are you
she's
doing?
gorgeous, mate. That's Rogue, everybody.
Stinky. Rogue is very stinky. You need to wash.
So am I. So,
I've
I
been
need to
I've
wash.
been I've been working weekends, so I haven't yeah, usually we'll walk down to the wash place and wash her. But yeah, I've been working the Saturdays, so yeah, like I can't be bothered doing anything on my one day off of the week.
Mate,
And you're stinky.
just talking about like the defense and the fact that we are going to really miss Hetherington.
Hetherington.
Broncos are going to miss him too.
Yeah, but
Um,
we could use him
um,
in defense.
just talk, like in regards to the toughness and the determination, and um, once again, like Melbourne came out in that game and they fouled us like probably 2 or 3 times in that first 5 or 10 minutes,
Happens every
and
game
then
now.
we get the first yellow card.
Yep.
Well, yeah, it's getting really
He,
annoying. Like, and even then the
yeah.
commentary, like I've watched a couple of, I don't know what it's called. Is it like A League Rewind or something? I think it is where
Yeah, yeah. Oh, is it rewind?
they've got like 3 minutes to discuss each topic or each game or something like that. I've
Yeah.
watched that the last couple of weeks. I've watched a couple of other things, and people just always talk about the bully boys from Brisbane, and Brisbane are going to come out and be physical. And it's like every team that we've played over the last at least 4 weeks, or even MacArthur in that first game,
Yep.
have all
It
been
came out strong.
way more physical
Yep.
than we have been. Yeah,
I'd
so that's
almost
getting.
like if doing pre-match like as a coach, I'd probably be sort of mentioning it, like how you drop that seed of yeah, so that the referees and whatnot are a bit more aware of it. I'd
Well,
be dropping it in there.
I think that's happening because it's definitely having an effect. Because there's been a couple games now where the refs have let the other team get away with a couple of things, and then we get the first yellow
Yeah,
card.
we get pinged. Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, I just that was a bit annoying. Talking about annoying, I know we're sort of jumping around a little bit here, but I haven't made any notes. This is just shit that's coming out of my brain. Um, yeah, I was getting very frustrated with us giving the ball away as much as what we did,
Yes. Yeah.
and that has been a common theme so far this year.
Yeah, we try and
Previous
push that
game,
extra pass.
yeah, the previous game we kind of the last two games, like the City game and the Auckland game, was it the Newcastle game? I can't remember now, but the last no the Newcastle game where we won 3-0, and then the Auckland game we were playing a little bit more football. But on Friday night, we went away from that again a little bit. And like, even like Bazanis's distribution wasn't as great as what it has been. And him and Michael Valkanis actually got into a bit of a stink. Um,
Yep.
uh,
Which
he was in
which he
the,
did in the first or second game as well. Remember they
yeah,
really like gave it to each other, and
yeah,
yeah, so it's good to see. It's good to see. That's a healthy thing to be happening on the pitch. Like it's and it seems to work because they have their little go at each other. They
Yeah.
figure out what needs to be fixed and they fix it. Like it's
Contrast that against Warren Moon, who would just stand there and be like, "Yeah, hey, good work, boys. Good job, boys."
who's
Um,
he coaching now?
Central Coast.
That's right.
Yeah, in the second half, there was one point there where Busanis went like I think from memory, I think we like fought hard to get the ball back. One of the defenders passed it back to Busanis and he just booted it up the field and gave it to
Yeah,
Victory. And the defense and everything's like pushed up the field. And then Valkanis has walked down the touchline towards Busanis and yelling at him, Busanis. And then Valkanis is going, rah, 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 turn around, rah, rah, and Busanis is throwing his arms in the air. And then not even 5 minutes later, I think Bisanis might have passed the ball to Roos, and Roos didn't trap it or missed it or
yeah.
something, and he started fucking getting up him, and I was just like, oh,
He's a
he's
cranky
grumpy.
man.
He's a grumpy old man. Yeah, I just thought that like seeing that passion from the two of them was pretty funny. But
Yeah,
yeah, like the just the distribution, like that, just kicking the ball up to no one for no reason, like
we do it off the kickoff every time too.
it would just be like, mate, do that every 5 plays.
Yeah,
Maybe 3 or 4 try and pass the ball around, play it out from the back a little bit. Like, yeah, because I mean, you've got O'Shea, you've got McGarry on the left hand side who can play with the ball. You've got like Varakis looks like he's half decent on the ball.
yep,
Sam Klein's good with the ball in the middle of the pitch. When Henry Hawes on, he's great with the ball at his feet. I would assume that Chris Long is really good with the ball at his feet as well. So I would like to see them play it around a little bit more and play a bit more football rather than
yeah,
just like defaulting to kicking it up the field, especially um, in those conditions the other night. Like that's when possession is paramount.
yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Make the other team run.
Just
Like
keep it off them. Keep it off
yeah.
them for 5-10 minutes, and that's it. You win the game.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Literally. That's if you could keep off them for 5 minutes, you'd win the game just in that 5 minutes.
yeah, yeah, and
Yeah,
yeah, and I think like yes, Victory were pressing really hard, but we were making it hard on ourselves as well by continually giving the ball back to them and letting them run at us
true. Yep, yep.
and having to chase them. So I think, like given because that's not going to be the last humid game that Brisbane play in Brisbane for this season. So I think they definitely have to change the tactics up a little bit. What have we got? We've got 5 minutes left until we might have to take a break.
Yep.
Can we try and? I don't know if we can squeeze everything in that we've got left between now and then, mate. Let's see if, in the next 5 minutes if we can get through our 3-2-1s, and then we'll
Yeah.
we'll go to a quick break from our non-sponsor.
Yep. For our non-sponsor, who I
I'll figure out who.
happily visited.
And yeah, and then we will take a quick break. Through the magic of editing, will be half a second. But all right, let's get into your 3-2-1s, mate. I'm still thinking of mine in my head as we go, so I want to hear what yours is.
Yep. So 3 points is DB1 for pretty much saving that game. If he wasn't man of the match, I don't know why the fuck
He
you're
was
giving
man of
out
the
man
match.
of the matches. Good, awesome.
Yeah.
Number 2 was the commentator who mentioned Metallica in the lead up to our goal.
Oh,
He was like, it was a Metallica concert in there. Oh, and then we scored.
that was Robbie, I think. Robbie
Was it?
Thompson. Yeah.
Well, there you go. Yeah. And then I gave 1 point to Jean Roux for getting a red card in the 100th minute. Like, what a fucking idiot.
Yeah, that was very stupid.
Yeah.
And then it kicked off after that too.
I know. I wish I'd seen that on live. I saw it on Facebook or
Yeah.
Instagram after it, but I was like, oh, why didn't I say it? Like, because they just like, game's finished. Bye. That's what
No,
the
and
footage did.
it went
Yeah.
on for a good few minutes too, and
Ah,
it was pretty heated. And like everyone.
Should
I
have
was
kept
going
watching.
like I was there by myself, and I'm like looking around, like no one around me was watching them. I'm like, I think there's a stink. Like I think there's
Yeah,
a fight going on.
I think they're fighting.
And well, yeah, well, I think one of those people is involved in my 3-2-1. So what have we had? We had DB1, we had Robbie.
DB1, the commentator, is it
Yep,
Robbie? Yeah.
I think it's Robbie
And
Thompson. Yep,
then genre for
Denny Genre.
yeah.
Okay. Um, my 1 point goes to. Let me just think. Oh yeah. Okay. So my 1 point goes to Houston Salas.
Yeah.
I think he's been great on the left, on the right for us. Sorry. Like we mentioned, like a little bit of rocks and diamonds, but
Yeah.
the last couple of weeks he's been really good. He chases everything. His positioning is really good, and also he's got a little bit of that Latin flair as well, and he's got like a pretty good presence on
Hell
Instagram as
yeah.
well. And
Mhm.
yeah, he seems like he's like sort of like really slotted in well with the boys. One of our club photographers, I can't remember his name. Let me see if I can just bring it up. Once again, organized, super well organized. Um, we've got a couple of new photographers on the team for the club who are just absolutely killing it. You know, under Joe Esposito is obviously the communications manager, but the marketing and the content creation team under him are just absolutely killing it. So
Hell yeah.
his name is Julian. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Uh, Naveas. Yeah, he's obviously, I'm not sure what country he's from, but he speaks Spanish as well. So him and I think like having him around has probably made it good for Salas as well. Like he's got someone
Yeah, got someone. Yep.
that he can speak Spanish
Speak
with,
his language. Yep.
and this Julian guy who takes the photos, he's quite diminutive as well. So he stands out when you see him. He's not like not a big dude. And yeah, it's just funny watching the players get around him, and they obviously all love him. So yeah, my 1 point goes to Salas. Um, my 2 points goes to another some more Blyberg medal points for me for Milorad Stajic.
Yep.
He gets the 2 points for being involved in that stink at the end of the game, and having to be dragged away 3 or 4 minutes after it started.
Yep.
He's great, mate. He's so good on the field, and yeah, it's awesome to see some real mongrel, and he's a real character too. Like that Julian guy, he like posted a thing on Instagram, like with the sunnies that they're all wearing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and Stajic's comment was, uh, "Send me this post." Like all of those spam accounts on Instagram. So yeah, and let me see if I can squeeze in my 3 points for the Blyberg medal this week goes to Michael Valkanis for his
Yep.
analogy when asked about playing on the pitch, and he
Anywhere, anytime, anyone.
but then he goes on to talk about um,
Alexander the Great.
Alexander the Great. You know, when he was taking on 3 million Persians, he didn't go there on the battlefield and go, "Oh no, we can't fight on that."
Yeah. It was
Look,
beautiful.
that's one of the great all time. All right, guys, we're back. We were rudely cut off by our freeware version of Zoom. We reached our 40 minutes. I was trying to get it in, trying to get my 3-2-1 in before the countdown.
Trying to get it
So
in.
so yeah, my 3-2-1 was sorry, my 1 point was Salas, two for Stajic,
Yep.
three for Michael Valkanis with that absolutely fantastic
Alexander the Great.
Alexander the Great quote. So good. Um, yeah, this week's episode of A League Rewind. I think it's Jake Barker Dash who's the host of it, and Archie Thompson was on, and then Naum Sekalovsky, who used to play for Perth,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and he was great. He's fucking hilarious.
Oh, good.
Just he just tried to get in as many jokes about Macedonian people as he could for the whole thing. And then when they get to Valkanis bringing up Alexander the Great,
Alexander the Great.
he's like the greatest Macedonian of all time.
Estonia.
Um, so
Yeah.
yeah, that's my 3-2-1. Let's get on to mate. We'll have a quick look ahead to this week's game, first of our away games. We've got a
Yep.
little run of away games. I should also mention as well, everyone, when we came back to record the second part of this episode, you'll probably notice that Sam is wearing a different shirt. He decided to go and have a shower, and I'd started the meeting up again as he's getting out of the shower. So I'm, I'm lucky that we've cut out the first portion of the recording of this. Um, okay, so where are the fixtures? Okay, so this weekend we're away to Adelaide United.
Yep.
The following Saturday we're away to Western Sydney.
Yep.
Then the weekend after that we're away to Macarthur. Weekend after that, on the 31st of December, so New Year's Eve, we're away to Central Coast. So we've got 4 away games on the trot coming up. So that's Adelaide, Western United, Western Sydney, Macarthur, and Central Coast. So, potentially 3 out of those 4 games could be really tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this weekend we're coming up against Adelaide, who, they're below us on the table by 2 places.
Yeah.
I don't think they're behind us. They're only behind us by 2 points, but they're in really good form. Um, yeah, they're playing really well, and that could be. I reckon that's probably going to be our toughest game of the season so far. I think.
Yeah. Well, that's I haven't watched many Adelaide games actually. They're sort of someone that I've kind of missed when I'm
No,
watching games. I've them in Western Sydney, like watching that derby the other night was the first time that I'd seen Western Sydney play this year, which is uncanny.
and that was
Um,
that was their best game of the season too.
that was awesome, yeah. So yeah,
Um,
I don't really know how to sort of gauge what's happened in the last 2 weeks because it's been so ups and downs with everyone.
no,
So I
Adelaide
would
Adelaide
hope
have
that,
been pretty good.
well, what have we got? 3, 6, 9, 12 points. So out of the 12 points, like you'd be pretty happy with anything above sort of what 7 points.
Hmm.
Like if we can do over 7 points, that's amazing. Um, even yeah, like the fact that we got Central Coast and MacArthur in there, I'd probably saying 7. 7 points is very, very good.
Hmm.
Anything else, anything below that, sort of 4, 5 points is probably a bit shit.
Yeah,
It'll probably send us back down to sort of middle of the table. Um, but yeah, let's hope for above 7. So
mm,
at least a couple of wins in there,
yeah,
and a draw would be perfect.
yeah. I think if we can manage to get an away win against Adelaide, I think that would probably send a message to the rest of the competition. I think.
Definitely, yeah,
I think we're playing with some confidence. We've got 3 clean sheets now this season. I think 3 or 4
yeah,
maybe or 3. I think
3, yeah,
um,
that I can
we're
think
not
of anyway.
we're not scoring too much. So if we can build off that defensive confidence and start scoring some goals, and if we can get a win away against Adelaide to kick off a month away on the
It'd
road,
be amazing.
that would be awesome. So
Because who did Adelaide play last week? Do you have that right?
no, I don't know, mate. I actually didn't watch them
Yeah,
this week. I watched them. I watched all of their other games. So they got like Craig Goodwin's back. Um, Ethan Alagic in the midfield's been really good. Yeah, they're looking quality. Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, did they beat Sydney? Was that last week? Oh no,
no, last week,
that was
yeah, it was the
West
derby.
was the derby. Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
I
have a
don't
look.
actually know who they played.
Oh, they beat Auckland
No,
or
that
Adelaide.
was MacArthur that beat Auckland.
Oh yeah.
No, Newcastle beat Auckland.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
What are
Adelaide.
you doing? Yeah.
Who have they played? They they lost to Phoenix.
Okay.
Yeah. So the previous two games they won 4-1 against City,
Yep.
and they beat the Wanderers 2-0. Um, Prior to that, they lost to Auckland. They lost to Macarthur. They beat Sydney FC. So they've beaten
All over the
Sydney
place.
FC,
Yep.
who are like, the best team in the comp at the moment. They've beaten the Wanderers, who were better than Sydney the other night. They put
Yep.
four past City, who, we drew 1-1 with them at home. So they've got some goals in them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough game. Should be a good game, actually. I'm really looking
Yeah, I
forward to
really
it.
think so. Yeah.
I,
And it's
I
on the
really,
Sunday, you were saying.
yeah, that's on Sunday.
Okay.
Um, I think we've never been away for a game. We've never gone on a road trip for an away game or anything. That's one trip that I would really love to do one year is to go down um,
Adelaide and
Adelaide. I've never been to
play some
Adelaide.
golf and
I don't think there's much else to do there, to be honest, unless you drink wine or we could go to
yeah,
the
that's true.
Cooper's Brewery. Um, but yeah, everyone who I know from Adelaide doesn't live in Adelaide.
No, that's it. Yeah.
They all live in
One of the
Melbourne.
boys that started working with me, he's from Adelaide. So,
Yeah, that's one away trip I'd love to do one year, and also Wellington.
no,
Um,
definitely.
yeah, okay, so that's a very brief look ahead to the Adelaide game. Have you got a prediction for me for the score?
The Adelaide game, um, well, after looking at those sort of scores, yeah, maybe it might be a 2-1 time. Might be time for us to have a 2-1 victory.
2-1 against Adelaide.
Yep.
Okay. What's my prediction going to be? Hmm. I really want us to win, so I'm going to go with a win prediction,
Yep.
and I'm going to say I'm going to say we're going to come back, and we're going to. I think this has been my tip for a few games so far this season, but
3-1.
three, yeah. I was going to say 3-2, but let's go with 3-1 because our defense has been pretty
All
good.
right. Easy
Um,
peasy.
yeah, we're not going to worry about who's going to score and stuff. So 2-1 for you, 3-1 for me.
Yep.
Let's get into you're recording this on your phone, aren't you, Sam? So you can't look anything up, or
Yeah, I can't look anything up, so
all right. Let me just bring the YouTube comments up.
I'm
So
useless.
we're going to finish off this episode, guys, as we do every episode with reading out the YouTube comments from the previous week. I'll just have a very quick look and see if we had any comments on Spotify. I doubt it. I didn't get any notifications for it, which I have now turned on. And oh no, we do have one. There we go. Lucky I checked. Okay, so we do
Sweet.
have. Okay, let's go with the first comment that we've received on Spotify on the podcast. This is from Daniel. He says, "Pardon me. Thanks for the podcast, lads. I agree that the Auckland game was very encouraging. Last season, we couldn't get anywhere near Auckland's level. Regarding your discussion of how good O'Shea has been, I rate him as the second most influential player in Brisbane Roar's history after Thomas Broich. Okay, wow,
Nice.
that's a good discussion for one day. Um,
Definitely.
Maybe we can knock off a Melbourne Victory side that has been pretty underwhelming in recent weeks. Brisbane to win 1-0. That was 7 days ago.
Why didn't you do it the week before? You would have
Oh,
won
mate,
yourself
where were
$25
you?
voucher.
Where were you for the $25 burger voucher the previous week, mate? That's a fantastic call, Daniel, and I've got the proof here that he made that call 7 days ago. That's a great tip.
Nice.
Um,
Excellent,
if
man.
if we had shirts or anything to give away, we would, but we don't. So sorry, mate.
Well,
Um,
if you want, you can have a Gareth Bale, uh, whatever you would call this X card. It's pretty cool because
let's
I
um let,
because
let's
they're
try
worth
and
nothing. So you can have it because it's worthless.
what do you reckon, Sam? By the end of the season, let's have some shirts available for people to
Yeah,
buy.
definitely. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
and then we can give some away. All right, thank you, Daniel. That's awesome, mate. So that was so yeah. Don't forget, guys, if you're listening on Spotify, you can leave a comment on the podcast, and if you do, we'll call it out. And throughout the season, we will be doing some giveaways for the score predictions. So just bear that in mind. So thanks for that, Daniel. That's awesome, mate. I'm just going to jump back across now to the YouTube comments. And Sam, I'm going to be reading these. I'm not going to be able to see you, mate. So,
Okay, that's all
um,
right.
all right, we
I'm just
do have
I'm just writing things down. So
we've got a couple of comments from Koi Clonus, who we have to organise. Sam, remind me after the podcast. I got his email address. We'll have to
oh, cool, sweet.
figure out the $25 voucher for him. We
Yep,
won't forget about that. He says he thought 4-1 victory against a 4-1 win against the Victory. So he's well off as we were as well. He said, shame you couldn't make it up for the Sunshine Coast game. It was a cracking match. And then he also says, if you guys are wanting to do an away game watch along, the RSF are organising a get together at the club Oxley for the
Oxley.
Wanderers match. They've set a price of $15, which will include a barbecue and some nibbles. I believe that's on the 13th. Could be good for filming and interviews too. So that's something to keep in mind, Sam, if we can make it
Yeah,
up.
cool.
I'm not sure that's your birthday weekend. We'll have to see what's being planned
What's
for
it?
you. But
Yeah,
all right, thanks for that, mate. And like I said, Sam and I will definitely get that $25 voucher to you somehow. We'll be in touch with Broken Hearts and see if they've actually got a voucher that we can buy from them and send to you. From Randall Stevens, he says, once again, mate, like a lot of these people leave comments on every video, so we
yeah,
really
they
appreciate
really
you guys.
appreciate that.
Um, Randall says, love the breakdown as always, lads. I know it's still early, but this season has given me 2010, 2011 vibes. Wow. Okay, that's a big call.
There you go. It's up on
Um,
my wall.
New coach, new philosophy, almost a new squad, and there's a real hunger amongst the players, and you can see that with each game. We have a young future Socceroo defender who will leave in January. Um, and then he's drawn a couple of parallels here. So he says in the 2010-2011 season, Luke De Vere also left during the season.
Yep,
Um, Sam Klein is basically our new Matt Mackay, and we seem to get better every game so far. I think our first half against Auckland was our best half of football in a very long time. Our fullbacks have been outstanding, though I want to see McGarry not get a yellow card so early in the game like he has a few times already this season.
yep.
Looking forward to, I mean, yeah, like I said, mate, I think maybe at least, I think two of McGarry's cards have probably been the first yellow cards in the game and have to come on the back
That's
of
it.
like two or three fouls that should have been given against, the other team.
Yeah,
Um, Looking forward to Friday's game. I'm bringing three other mates with me, so he contributed to that 8,000 plus crowd that we
nice.
had. I'm predicting a 4-1 scoreline to Brisbane. Very positive sign so far. Let's go, Brisbane Roar. So another 4-1 call. Um,
Nice.
Unfortunately, nowhere near, but it's good to see everyone being a little bit positive. And then I replied to him and said 4-1 would be huge. Klein has more goals in him than Super Matt. I wonder if Alcanis is considering him as an eventual replacement for Jay O'Shea. And
Yep,
he said it's a great question, but I think they're different players and they complement each other well. I will say Stajich has unlocked O'Shea in the midfield and allowed him to roam a bit more. I think Klein will be eventually exported within 2 years. The club probably needs to keep developing young talent and collecting checks in the process to stay afloat. Nothing will bring in crowds again faster than winning, of course.
yeah,
Yeah, I agree with that. And we'll probably, over the next couple of weeks, Sam, as we get further towards the halfway of the season, we might actually have to spend a bit of time talking about what the plan is going to be for life after
yep,
JO.
yep.
So thank you for that, Randall. That's awesome, mate. Peter Hitchcock, I've been watching since finding you, as I am a Brisbane Roar member since they started, and I still think we should have
Wow.
kept Bess, and I always loved the Roar. So thanks, Peter. Thanks. I think that's your first comment on our channel, mate. So thank you very much for your comment, and thanks for watching. Kira, I think, did she leave a couple? I think she said that. Yeah, she said that she loves the vlogs, and she clearly does because she's always our first comment.
Yep, definitely.
Um, and then she just inquired how your son is feeling now as well, Sam. So Oakley's been a little bit sick again, hasn't he?
Yeah, so he is, well, he went back to kindy, so he's caught something else. But he ended up in the hospital again, so he's just, yeah, just susceptible at the moment. So you got to sort of keep him under wraps, and that's hard to do when you're both working full time. So
Yeah,
it, but
poor little
he's
bugger.
much better today. So he's gotten through the day quite easily, and yeah, and making everyone else feel like shit because we all are exhausted now.
Yeah, he's just well and truly getting his immunity sorted at a very early
Yes.
age. Um, Nicholas Peters, our friend from up in Rockhampton, he
Yep.
said, "Glad you guys are back and everyone is okay now. Club seems to be trying to get the crowd back. Football is looking better, as you said. Hard not to be optimistic against victory. I'm thinking a 3-2 win, driving down again for the game." And
Oh
yes,
wow, good.
he did. He drove down from Rocky once again. So me
I
whinging
love
about
it.
the Gold Coast, I always feel bad when I see that he's come down to Rockhampton because that's not a small drive. That's a substantial
No,
drive.
that's yeah, it's a big drive. Far out, man.
Jonas says, "Babe, wake up! New Bridge City dropped." And I said, if she wakes up for the pod, she's the one. Um, but I think this is. Oh yeah, here we go. So Vinyl Terrier 64. Hi, I haven't listened to this podcast yet. Brisbane are back? Question mark. Understrength Auckland may not be the best indicator, but after Friday night win when we smash victory, I will be agreeing with you. Well, there you go. So hopefully you have now listened or watched the podcast, mate. Um, and yeah, good to see that you're agreeing with us now and that Brisbane are back.
Yep,
Actually,
we're back, baby.
the thumbnail for the video did say Brisbane are back with a question mark. It wasn't a statement; it was a question. Um, yeah,
It was like Ron Burgundy.
it's still very premature to say that Brisbane are back. But the vibes are good at the moment.
Brisbane are doing better.
Brisbane are doing better. And and that was it. The other one was just another message from Koi Clonus just in regards to sending us an email. So there we go. We had our first comment on Spotify for a long time, and a bunch of comments again on YouTube. So thank you once again, everyone. Sam and I
Yep, thank
really,
you.
yeah, we really do appreciate it. Like it's nice for us to, you know, to do this, and then to see that some people are listening and watching. So yeah, it's awesome. And once again, leave us your thoughts on the victory game from last week. Leave us
Yeah,
your predictions for the Adelaide game. If you've got anything you want to discuss, leave it in the comments on the YouTube channel or on Spotify. And if you've got any questions for fellow fans that you want us to put to people as well, whatever you want to do, just jump in the comments and leave us a comment. Um, on that as well, if you've made it this far into the YouTube video, we'd love it if you could give the video a thumbs up. That'll help us sort of get distributed in the algorithm to other Brisbane Roar fans who might be on YouTube who might not have watched us yet. And yeah, I think everyone appreciates a bit of new content. So that would be awesome.
definitely.
Give the video a like, subscribe to our channel as well. We want to try and get to 100 subscribers by the end of the season. We've gained two. I think we're up to 77 now, so
Nice.
we're
Woo.
getting close to 100. Um, Maybe we have to let Broken Hearts Burger Club know that once we hit that magic 100 subscriber mark, I think we've officially
Well, at
become.
least
I think we're influencers then, aren't we? If we hit 100 subscribers on YouTube.
definitely.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hey, I can go live on TikTok. I am an influencer.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
I mean, we could go live on YouTube too. You just have to do it from a
I'll true.
computer.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't do it from your phone. Um, all right. Anything else to add, Sam, before we go and we start rambling on a bit too much as usual?
Nothing. Nope. We just have to, yeah, enjoy what's happened so far and see what happens in the next 4 weeks, and see you all at January 3rd back at Suncorp for the 9,000 plus people that will turn up.
Is that when we're back?
Yep. Day
Okay,
after
sweet.
Dad's birthday, I think.
Let me have a look. Oh yeah,
We play
sorry.
on the 31st and then on the 3rd.
Okay, cool,
So
awesome. So the third, and I think it might be Central Coast. No, not.
Central
I
Coast to the
did.
31st.
Yeah, I don't know who we've got.
Someone good.
I
It's
did
either
have it up for.
Sydney, maybe it might be Sydney.
Okay, oh, that'd be good if
Yeah.
it was Sydney.
Mm.
Okay, awesome. Well, look, yeah, I haven't really got anything more to add. I just hope that we start playing a little bit more football rather than a lot of hoofball over the next couple of weeks.
Yep.
All right. Thanks everyone for making it this far, whether you're listening on one of the podcast platforms or watching on YouTube. Sam and I honestly do really appreciate it. And yeah, take care, and we'll be in touch via the podcast again after, fingers crossed, a really really good performance away against Adelaide. Cheers, guys.
Definitely. Peace.